And Mr. Muwena, we're looking at your cause and effect essay, giving you some feedback. First of all, I think you're doing a great job of following the structure. Your intro, body, and conclusion have most of the parts there, so I think you're ahead of the game. But there's a few things that I want you to do to make you a little bit better. For example, I want you to use more academic vocabulary, saying things like there are a lot of bad kids. That's not very academic. Say there are several, many. Large part of society has, and don't just say bad. I mean, I gave that to you guys so you guys can understand the topic, but bad kids, look up some synonyms for bad and try to use those. Also, another thing that you need to work on in academic English essays, usually don't use put ourselves in the paper. We write ourselves out of the paper. So you say here, for instance, we usually often see bad kids. Instead of saying we, just say people, or for instance, bad kids are often seen in the ages of 10 to 13. And the same thing here. This is, who can believe that kids could do these bad things? This is like you're talking to somebody. This is very informal, whereas essays should be formal. They shouldn't really have questions in them, because you're not really talking to the reader as you're informing the reader or teaching the reader. Think about it like that. So another thing that I want you to look at here, I think you added all this information here. It doesn't even need to really be needed. You just say, the bad kids are increasing these days. I think it'd be more clear to say the primary reason, instead of saying since parents do not teach their kids, to say the primary reason that bad kids are increasing are the parents are not teaching them. And then I like how you go into giving some examples of that. You said they don't teach them, so they learn things like smoking and drugs, period. You don't have to make another point about drugs cause death and everything. Most of them, they just see their kids at home and keep them alone, and they go out with their friends and do not give the result of this. I think this may be better. You should put this before this one. Just make the point that many parents are not looking after their kids and, just having fun. As a result, many of the kids are getting involved with smoking and drugs without the parents' knowledge. And then you make another point here. Parents think that, might think that kids who are 10 to 13 years old can do whatever they want. Be more clear. Maybe you want to say that they want to give them more responsibility and they shouldn't. And then you do a good job of defining that. This would be a good place to say as a result instead of saying so. You made your point, you gave an example, and then as a result of that, this. And here would be a good idea to have a concluding sentence. Parents are causing something, instead of just saying they're just dangerous. And again here, this is what I'm saying. Probably better to say another reason why bad kids are increasing like this. And then in here, you would use due to the fact in your paper. So make those changes, upload it, and when you finish, upload it onto week 4 revision WR1, and thanks.